Morning, Tracy. Morning, Shadow Hunter. All right. Let's go ahead and good morning, guys. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Sapadilla. Let's go ahead and start with our risk disclosure, guys. We're a little bit past bottom of the hour here, so want to make sure I've been able to get through all the markets. So we'll go ahead and get started. So as normal, guys, we always start with our risk disclosure. So again, the content that's being distributed here today is to be treated as general information only. None of the information provided by the market trader or contained herein is intended as investment advice and offer to buy, sell, recommend, endorse, sponsor any security, company, or fund. Use of the information is to be used at your own risk, and the company's partners, representatives, agents, employees, contractors assume no responsibility or liability for any use or misuse of such information. We all understand that future trading does contain a fair amount of risk, and it's not for every investor. An investor could lose potentially all or more of their investment capital. Only risk capital money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle should be used for trading, and only those individuals with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Nothing contained herein, again, is a solicitation to buy, sell futures, options, or Forex. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, guys. So that now that we've gotten the risk disclosure out of the way, we'll go ahead and move into review the news here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open up my portal here for news. Okay, there it is. All right. So kind of taking a look at what news has already been reported. Okay, so November 8th, we have some inflationary numbers, looks like, are coming in here at 10 a.m. So that's probably, looks like the major bit of news coming in at 10 a.m. Okay, so pretty light in the way of news today. So let's go ahead and let's see, I'm just going to look. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at, let's start actually taking a look at the markets now. Having some issues with my Tradeovate actually is in kind of transition between my Combine and my XFA. Okay. So we're going to be doing this review on Top Step X today on one of my Combines that I'm working and building as well, and kind of trying to build a little a nest egg or farm of Top Step X accounts here. So, so yeah. Good morning, Huang. So in any case, we'll be doing a review today in Top-Step X. Okay, so Top-Step X is not. Let's see. I can't say that I'm super familiar or super comfortable in the platform, but we'll definitely do our best. Okay, so just gonna log it into the platform now. Okay, and we'll go ahead and do our review. Okay, so this might be a little bit manual. It may not. I may not. I may need your guidance here. Actually, pull maybe some of these numbers off of my spreadsheet that I did earlier. But let's go ahead and share my Top-Step X window here. We'll go ahead and start with the gold market. Okay, so I should have the gold market here somewhere. All right, there it is. Okay. Let's see, move this up here so I can see both and the screen. Make sure that I'm broadcasting. Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take a look now. Like I said, I may need to draw some of these things manually. And you know, I've had to kind of adapt to some of the things that I look at because of some indicators are not available currently in Top Step X. So you might see some things that kind of the way I use kind of to help measure momentum in a different way. Okay, so let's go ahead and expand this view here, guys. But this will probably be a good exercise for those who are probably using Top Step X and trying to understand how best to use the platform. Okay. So first order of business here is I often like to look at is the daily chart. And I'm really trying to ask myself the question, you know, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, you know, you can see here, and again, I don't have my volume delta or my ADX here, okay? But you can see here that the market of late has been you know, trending upward, right? There's no doubt that the market has been moving higher, okay? Of late, you know, you can probably, you know, see this as more of a pullback than necessarily any sort of major correction here. You could also even make a case that we are still remaining in a channel here to the upside. Okay. So no, while we've had some selling, you know, we've had a lower high, lower low. We haven't really broken any significant structure beyond that. Okay. If anything, we've started to create a little bit of a demand here. Okay. At around, let's say 2650. Okay. A little bit of a demand zone here now. Okay. Now, obviously, it's called DMI. Okay. Let's see. DMI. Okay. Directional movement. Oh, okay. All right. That's good. That's helpful. Thank you. Thank you, Shadow Hunter. Let's see. Might need to change the color of these. Let's see. Change this to green. Change this to red. And see. I don't know if I need this. I don't think I need this either. And I'm going to use the orange line. Actually, maybe blue, orange. We'll use purple. That's not very good either. All right. We'll keep it at that, guys. Okay. So here we are. Thank you, Shadow Hunter. Didn't realize that we had the DMI there. Okay. So in any case, guys, we can see that another kind of momentum indication that I've used in the past is the commodity channel. Okay. And this is kind of telling us that we've reached maybe a kind of an area of potential demand here. Okay. You can also see that here. We're not really seeing the positive DI kind of exceed just yet. Still being controlled by sellers. Okay, but it does appear to be waning. Okay, moving on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. Let's see, locate here. Okay, come on now, be nice. Okay, there it is. For our chart, we'll go ahead and again, we're just kind of analyzing kind of what is the market trying to accomplish here. And you can see here that it's looks like it's trying to move higher here. Okay, so we've reached a demand zone. Okay, you can see that we're starting to get some positive indications on our in this case CCI. Okay, this is kind of something I've used in the past. And because of the absence of, say, volume delta or things of that, to see where I like it is the best. Yeah, I'm still kind of, well, I would have to play with this a little bit as well. Okay, but in any case, looks like we've reached an area. We've reached an area of demand. Okay, we've seen now we have a CCI above this -100, and it's pretty close to this zero line. Okay. I would say that if we do manage to get above 27, let's say 27.15, okay, that might be the signal for price to continue higher. Okay, I understand that that's 14 points away, but I'm just looking at this from a 4-hour chart. Okay, moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. Okay, so again, we'll go ahead and remove this channel because the channel doesn't really make any sense there with such a large time frame. You can see here that we've now on the 30-minute chart, the CCI is reporting positive, right? We're above the zero line, okay, and the positive DI has technically crossed, okay, but the ADX indicator has not technically sloped up yet, okay. So we're kind of on this. That's probably not that what I'm looking for. Okay, right here. Okay, hasn't really technically moved up yet, right? We have the positive DI kind of exceed, okay, but we haven't really gotten the definitive move in the positive direction yet. Okay, all right. So let's start to craft some of my levels here. Now, unfortunately, I do not have ADR or ASR here, but obviously I've captured these levels in my spreadsheet, so I will go ahead and add them. Okay, but the ASR or ADR indicator is not available in Top Step X unless Shadow Hunter knows something that I don't. Okay, so given that bit of news, I'm going to go ahead and add my levels manually here. At least I'm going to try to. Okay, see if I can do this. Copy this, and then I'm going to see if I can paste them. Nope, I don't want to take it a trade. Oh, it's not really behaving the way I like it to behave. Okay. Oop, oop, oop. I see my problem. One thing here. Okay, so these are some of the levels I've been tracking on the spreadsheet, and you can see that the average daily range and average session range are available. Okay, so you can see here the average daily range is well above the market. Average daily low is well below. Okay, actually, we're closer to probably to the average daily low than we are to the average daily high. So we started to see a CCI above our 100 line, so that indicating there is a fair amount of momentum to the upside. We still, again, kind of not seeing exactly what I'd like to see just yet, but these are our levels that we'll be tracking. Okay, in this market, it seems like it's there should be a top step level for GC. No, I have not found it. Okay, yeah, no, I don't believe there is an ADR or ASR in Top Step X. All right. So in any case, guys, here's my spreadsheet of levels. The next thing I'm going to draw here is use my fixed range volume profile. Again, guys, I think this is a good exercise, I guess, especially for those who don't have access to TradingView, on how you can accomplish the same kind of thing. I might actually even add a video to the portal along these lines. Okay, so let's see. November 7th, we're going to go back to the beginning of the session here. We're going to drag this across, and this is our value range. Okay. We're going to go ahead and see if I can actually modify this a little bit. I don't know if I actually can draw lines for so my value area up, value area down is correct. No lines. Down. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and draw our line for value area high. Okay. We're going to draw a line for value area low. Okay, so these are our value area lines. Okay, and then the next thing that we're gonna arrive at here, and understand it's still developing, is our initial balance range. Okay, so these are 30-minute candles. So this is the first candle, okay, of the 30-minute range. So I'm going to pick the low here, And right now I'm going to pick this low and understand that this is going to change here. So let me go ahead and add it for now. And then we're going to modify the color to yellow. Okay. And also do the same here, yellow. Okay. Settlement is 2705. Okay. We'll go with what CME is saying. Okay. So we'll modify this to 2705. Okay. There it is. Okay. So right now we are technically inside initial balance. We are seeing some indication that we are in a, somewhat of a momentum to the upside. Okay. Oh, you use the free. Yeah, I just was not really keen. I could probably do the same, David, but I wasn't really keen. I wanted to be, especially when it comes to initial balance, having the 15 or 30-minute delay in data is probably not the best. Okay. So I decided to go ahead and give this a go. Okay. All right. So let's see. So we got our initial balance. We have a value area. I would say my hypo number one would be a move to the upside. Okay. Now I'm gonna wait for a definitive move to the upside, and then I'm gonna wait for, a pullback of some sort before I would be willing to entertain any sort of bullish trade. But I would say is probably my first option. Okay, in this market. Okay. I'd like to see, once the initial balance range gets established here in the next 40 minutes or so, then I would like to see how price behaves around the value area high. So we have, VWAP. Yes, let's go ahead and add VWAP. How could I not have a session without VWAP? Okay, so here is VWAP. And then I'm going to go ahead and I think we'd have anchor VWAP. So I'm going to go ahead and locate the London session and draw my anchored VWAP. That doesn't seem right. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really seeing an anchor VWAP beat. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's modify the color here to something that can be seen. The joys of learning a new platform. Let's see if we can change this to something a little bit lighter. Okay. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this okay, guys. So we are above our both our anchored and daily VWAP. Okay. We are making some strides here to get above initial balance range that's established. I'm already having to adjust this. I'm already having to adjust this line here. So we are looking, it's look like it's trying to get above this value area high level. Okay. So again, if it does manage to get above this value area high level, then I'm going to be looking for an opportunity for a definitive break above this initial balance high or value area high. Settlement. Yeah. So settlement is here. Okay. Settlement is here. I don't know. Is there an indicator for settlement? No. Is there something called, I think there's something called, okay, top step daily levels. Okay, so there it is. We have some top step daily levels, which I think include the weekly levels that Hogue tracks. Is that right? Let's go ahead and add our 233-day EMA. Okay, so we'll add 233-day EMA. We'll modify that to become 233. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, we'll change the input to 233. Okay, we'll change the color to some gold color here. Okay, and I'll like this and close this off. Okay, so there's our EMA. All right. There's okay. So again, I'd have to go into that top step daily levels here to really understand what all these lines that have been drawn. But in any case, the story remains the same. Okay. The story for now, for me, is that if price manages to get above initial balance and value area high, that we might be in for a potential sustained auction to the upside. Now, if it stalls here, if it's unable to get above, then I would say drop down arrow on top left of chart. You could modify indicators from there. Top, top, drop down arrow on top left of chart. Top left. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So I see. Okay. So we have settlement here, baby blue. We have yesterday's value area low. Okay. So some things that this is kind of nice. Okay. So I'll have to play around with this a little bit. I like the fact that I have Hoag's weekly kickoff and weekly low levels, and it tracks some of the things that I care about. So, okay. All right. We'll have to play with that some more there. Shadow Hunter, thank you for the tip. All right. So again, just to kind of close out our discussion here, guys, and so we can move on to the next market. I would say again that if we are unable to close above this value area range, then we might be in for another move to the downside. Okay. So those are my kind of two hypos. Yeah, settlement is there, right? I just don't recall what color it is. I think it's this baby blue. Let's see. Yeah, baby blue. Okay. It's green. Okay, this is the area right here, green. Okay, so so in any case, guys, the idea remains the same, right? So the idea here is that if we do get above this value area, then we could potentially participate in a bullish move to the upside. We're starting to see now alignment, okay, with price and some of our indicators. Our positive DI is getting above. Our CCI is getting above a number that gives us a strong indication to the upside. So I would say that right now the view is that we're going to see potentially higher prices. But the last bit of evidence that I need to see a close above. Count the highs reached yesterday. I'm calculating pivots and usually use session levels. Yeah, no, I'm not taking that into consideration, Thomas. What I'm purely focused in on is the fact I'm looking at value area high, okay, and seeing where price is in relation to yesterday's high. I'm also looking at where price is in relation to the initial balance high. So I need, in order for me to really think bullish, I really need price to get above both those areas, value area high and IB high, before I'm willing to entertain a bullish trade. Okay, and if I'm not, then if it's unable to, then maybe there's a possibility of price reversing and going back the other way. Okay, if it's unable to find participants, what do auctioneers do? Okay, if I'm unable to find participants to continue to buy, then this price auction is going to begin to auction to the downside. Okay, so that's kind of I guess my thought process there. Okay, yeah, it needs to drop price in order to attract buyers. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of I guess my two hypos I would have here for the gold market. Again, I'm going to be a little bit patient here and wait for this initial balance range to establish in the next half hour or so, and then start to see where price is in relation to that. Okay. So before I move on to any markets, let's see. Just gonna make my little marketing, little marketing here now. So we have about 27 or so participants in the room, yet we have about 14 likes. So again, I would encourage you, if you are new to this room, or if you're not, to if you find that this information is of value and is providing you value, then I would encourage you to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber and what you've heard so far is helpful, then I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button and also the like button. Okay. Again, there might be some changes here coming up here, guys. as a result of some of the initiatives or some of the goals that were reached on the YouTube channel. So there's changes coming. All right. So I can't say that these sessions are going to continue to be publicly available. All right. And so again, I would encourage you guys to subscribe and hit the like buttons while that's still available. Okay. All right. Um, yeah, yeah, Tracy, it's fair, isn't it? Isn't it fair? It's not unfair, is it? All right, let's go ahead and move on to the crude oil market. All right. Let's see. We'll move on to let's see. Load CL. Well, I'm not going away. I'm not going away. I'm just wanting to continue to provide value to you guys, right? And I can't provide value, right, without your support. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's take a look at the CL market here, guys. I should have probably copied that last layout. Thank you, Tracy. I do appreciate that. And like I said, I'll do a little something for those who've been who've been followers of me for a long time. So I'll take care of you guys. Okay. All right. Let's see. We would also like you to continue. We'd like you to continue value. Of course. Of course, I will continue to provide value. DCAT. All right. Let's see. All right, guys, let's see if I can get to my daily chart. All right, here's my daily chart. Okay, I'm probably gonna need to modify some things here. So it's coming off a demand level, looks like I drew before. Okay, in this market. All right, it's kind of feeling like that the crude oil market has been in a little bit of a range. It's been kind of maybe rangy of late. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add my DMI here. I think this is great that they have this. I'm going to have to modify some colors here because that's not so. So guys, so this is just as much a review of the markets as it is a review of how to incorporate some of the things that I do using the Topstick platform. Okay. So you have to bear with me here, guys. I'm doing the best I can with the tools that I have currently available to me. Okay. All right. I don't know if I like this yellow. Let me change this. I can't recall what I set the last color to. Let's see. See, I probably chose a baby blue. Okay, let's go. Let's go with that. Okay. All right. So daily chart has been kind of in range. Okay. I normally don't use this volume here, so I'm gonna remove it. Okay. I don't get as much value in that view as I do with looking volume at a different way here. So let's see if I can. Is there a way for me to stretch this out a little bit? Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. So daily chart, again, of late, I would say that maybe we've been in a little bit of a bearish structure. Okay. Are there full day values? Okay. All right. So we have we've been in a little bit of bearish structure in the crude oil market. For those who, I guess follow this sort of head and shoulder pattern, I do see a little bit of a head and shoulder pattern, but I can't say that it's really followed the path here. If it's actually almost worked in reverse, right? The head and shoulder pattern would have indicated to me that we're headed lower, but actually kind of rallied. So it's going to be opposite of what I would expected. In any case, it does appear that we're in a bit of range here. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour chart and see if that gives us any indication of what it wants to do. We see the ADX indicator really not giving us any indication. I'm going to go ahead and open up my CCI because in the absence of volume delta, that's the next best thing. So this is the commodity channel index. Okay. So that's something in absence of volume delta is something that I would look at, as far as momentum. Okay. So just a couple of things that kind of help us with the momentum side of things. So it does appear on this 4-hour chart that we've come into an area of, say, a little bit of demand, I would say. Okay, you can also see that here, but otherwise in range. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the 30-minute chart. I'll do a little bit more analysis there. We're going to go ahead and stretch out this level here. I might go ahead and get rid of this demand zone. It's not helping us much. Okay, so you can see here that we've kind of created a little higher high on our commodity index. Okay, the positive DI has yet to exceed the negative DI. Okay, but it looks like we're making some strides on that front. Okay, so let's go ahead, and the market has opened. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to draw here is my initial balance. Okay, there's line number 1 and there's line number 2. So these lines are going to move until the first hour is complete. Okay, so there's my initial balance range. The next thing I'm going to draw is my fixed range volume profile. Okay, fixed range volume profile. We'll do it back here. All right, and drag that across to this. Okay, so you can see here that we're potentially in the midst of a potential value area acceptance. Okay, and the reason I say that, this is the low end of value. Okay, right there, and this is the high end of value right up here. Okay, so if price manages to close inside this level here, come on now, be nice. All right, right here, if it closes inside here, James Dalton will say that we have, I don't know, a good chance that we traverse through the entire range of value. Okay, so, and we have also what's I think also nice is the fact that right now we have a relatively tight initial balance range, which also contributes to the view that maybe we might be in store for a potential sustained auction to the upside. Not only that, if we didn't have enough evidence here, guys, we have what is this pattern? What is this pattern being developed? What does this look like to you? What letter of the alphabet does this look like? Come on, guys. I know you guys can do this. W. It's a W pattern, right? So this W pattern is also another indication, right? Another indication that maybe we found some support here. Had some awesome classic IB play yesterday with CL. Also, my first trader feeling left out because everyone else is on. Yeah, no worries, Rex. It's everybody has a different journey, right? Yeah, also rounding bottom, right? Also inverted. So yeah, a lot of reasons that this market could go up. Okay, so let's go ahead and add my levels here. Let's see. This is what I was tracking before. Okay, so let's go ahead and add these here. Come on now, don't do this. Boom. Okay. All right. So these are the levels that we're tracking. Okay, guys. So like I said, proximity of where price is with respect to value area low is leading me to believe there's a good possibility that we might get a value area acceptance play in this market. Okay. That's kind of what's the maybe my first hypo that I'm seeing right now. So if we can get the close back inside value, right, then I say that we have a fair opportunity for price to traverse through the entire range of value, which would make for a very nice trade. Okay. All right. And we're also getting evidence here with the CCI as well as the DI, right? We're starting to slope up, and the ADX indicator is hovering around that 20 20 levels. So all things pointing to further upside in crude oil. Okay. If you know, if I'm more bearish, well, I would say that we have to probably wait until we get back up to these levels or find some sort of consolidation area here that would maybe serve as an area. Now, with that said, similar to what I had mentioned before, if we are unable, okay, if we are unable to get inside of value, then we could also make a case that we can, execute a short from this level and use the value area low as our reference. Okay, so we're at an interesting area of decision. Okay, do we rally from here and close inside value, or do we fail and continue our trek lower in this market? Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing. That's kind of what I'm seeing in the market, guys. Okay, crude oil market, to be specific. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of peek in here. I see a lot of W's. Yeah, rounding bottoms, double bottoms. Yes, all indicating that we could see potential. But I think the thing is, we need a price event or two to confirm that, right? We have location. Now we need a price event to indicate that that is indeed in the cards. All right. Let's take a look now. Let's go ahead and maybe save this. If I could save this, that would be awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and load layout and find the NQ. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, let's look at the NQ market. Hello. What is going on? That was a kind of a weird refresh. All right. Moving into the, let's see. Come on now. Daily chart. Okay, well, what have we been doing of late? Well, looks like the market wants to head in what direction? Up. Okay, it wants to head up. We're above our EMAs. We're above our VWAP. Okay, we'll probably change the color on this to blue. Okay. All right. All right. There's our VWAP, and I'm not sure what this volume line is about. Oh, it's a SMA, 9A SMA. Yeah, it looks like it wants to move higher, right? We've broken some structure to the upside, right? We've made a new high. We followed up with another nice candle to the upside. Now, ideally, I would love to see maybe a retest back to the most recent high, and at that point, that's where I would like to participate. Okay, that would be kind of my go-to, right? Kind of path. Okay. All right, moving on to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. Okay, so there's our 4-hour chart. We had a little gap here. We'll go ahead and remove this volume. I don't use it. We're going to go ahead and add my DMI here. Okay, I do use that. We're going to have to modify colors here again. I'm gonna get really good at this, guys. All right, boom, boom, boom. Don't use that. We use that. Okay, there it is. Okay, so really strong. Okay, can't get much stronger DI move there, and then the ADX is beginning to follow that process here. So we're starting to see some momentum. Yes, save default. Absolutely. Okay, there it is. Okay, so we're starting to see some momentum. Okay, to the upside. Can I save the? Can you save the colors as a template? Probably. What is DMI? DMI is a momentum indicator. Okay, so it's similar to maybe say RSI or some of these others. Okay, but it is a momentum indicator, and the green line is the positive direction. The red line is the negative direction, momentum. Okay, and then this is an overall momentum. Okay, so when you see the positive DI above the negative, it says that the bulls are in control. And then if it's followed with a sloping positive, then that's also the a confirmation. Okay, But guys, these are all secondary, okay? Secondary to price, okay? This is secondary kind of information, all right? I don't use it as a primary. I use it as secondary confirmation for my view, all right? All right. Bull, yeah, definitely. Green is above red, bullish. Momentum is aligned with that move, bullish. Price is above settlement. Price is above, yeah, everything bullish. Yes, absolutely bullish. Yeah, this is Top Step X, guys. I'm doing a review on Top Step X while I wait for my XFA to kind of get going on my Tradevate, so I can go back to my normal view of the world. Okay. Let's see. Moving down to our 30-minute chart here, guys. Okay. Okay. So here we are. 30-minute chart. Again, we have a very strong ADX indicator to the upside. I think I'm going to go ahead and add the indicator called Top Step Levels, which it adds a lot of interest for me. So I don't know what this yellow line is, but we're at that level now. Yesterday's high. Okay. So we're at yesterday's high from yesterday. Okay. So again, this could be an area where we could, falter a bit. Okay. I also see what's that? We also at settlement. Is that right? If I'm reading this correctly, we're also at settlement. Okay. And then let's look at this further. We have value area, the high and low. We got the yellow and we got the blue. Okay. So we have, yeah. So this is an area, value area high. Okay. So we're at the top of value. Okay. So again, this could be, let's see, I'm going to go ahead. We're not going to draw the value ranges. I think it's going to give me the same range. I was going to do my fixed range volume profile. We'll just do that for giggles, I guess, and just kind of confirm that the levels being generated here are correct. So we're going to do this. Okay. All right. That doesn't look right to me. Okay. Maybe this might be a little bit better. Those are yesterday's levels. Yeah, that's when I draw my volume profile, I draw my volume profile for yesterday's session too. Okay. So let's turn this off for a second. And let's do my normal way of doing this. Okay. All right. So that is our value range. Okay. So this would be for me value area low. This for me would be value area high. So we're right up against or coming off of value area low. It's not moving. Why would it not move? Okay, it's moving. Okay. All right. So again, guys, so let me go ahead and add my levels of interest here. Okay. So these are going to be my levels of interest for the NASDAQ. Okay. So we'll go ahead and add these here somewhere. And this last one, we're going to get removed. We don't need two of them. Okay. So these are the levels that I'm tracking in this market. All right. So, so what to make of this? Well, right now, okay, right now, we are inside value. No worries, Sergey. Right now we're inside value, right? So what does price being inside value means that we're in balance, okay? So we need to be patient and wait for the market to give us a definitive idea of where it wants to do next. Now, the fact that it's Friday is probably going to complicate things a little bit, right? So we may end up staying in this range for the rest of the day, okay? And I don't know, other than some inflationary information that we're getting later, that might not be enough impetus to cause the market to do much of anything today. Okay. So yeah, so right now we're inside value. We're below our daily VWAP. And if I draw an anchor VWAP, I don't think that's going to tell us much more. All right. And let's see if I can find the start of London. There it is. Okay. There's our anchor VWAP. We're below those two. And then let's see, we'll bring back our top step levels. And let's see if I can turn off some of these. I'm just going to focus in on settlement here, guys. Okay. There's our settlement price. Okay. So we have our settlement price. Is that right? Yeah, settlement. That's settlement. All right. So right now we're below a lot of the levels that we care about, right? We're below settlement, but we're below daily VWAP. We're below anchor VWAP. Okay. But that does not mean that we can't rally from here. Okay. But if we are going to rally from here, then I would say that I need to see price get above daily VWAP and above anchor VWAP, and ultimately I need it above settlement to really embrace the longs. Okay. Otherwise, my expectation is that this market could continue lower. Now, okay. Right now, the only thing that's counter to that view is that we have a bullish candle developing, and we have not made a new low, right? You can see that price is kind of creating a little bit of a demand area here. Yes. Okay. So, which is making the case that we could see a rally from here. All right. I don't know that for a fact. I'd have to see more evidence of price maybe making new highs in order to confirm that. Okay. All right. Average daily range low. Do I not have that? I have value area range. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull that off of my other chart, guys. Do the average daily range low. Let's see. Okay, so average daily range low is looking like it's 2160, 21,060, 21,060. So I'm going to change one of these to 21,060. Okay. And that is our average daily range low. Okay. Average daily range low. Okay. All right. So yeah, I know value area low is there twice. So let's see, which one is it? It's even different from one. Yeah, I would go with the 137 one. You can I'm going to remove this one. Okay. 137. I'll remove this. Okay. All right. We good? You guys are keeping me honest today. All right. Oops. All right. Okay. All right. So, like I said, guys, right now for me, as long as price remains below daily and anchored VWAP, I suspect that we may extend. Okay. I say may, okay, because we haven't been able to, right? We haven't been able to extend the value area. Okay. Otherwise, price, if we start to see price get above anchored, above the daily VWAP and potentially above our settlement price, then we are starting to make a case for prices to rally. Okay. So we need some more information. Right now we're in the kind of sit in our hands kind of mode. Okay. You could potentially, buck this and say, okay, well, I'm going to use the value area low as my reference of where I'm wrong, and look and participate in a potential move to the upside. That's certainly a possibility. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead now, and we're going to go ahead. I think this is hopefully saved away here. Looks like it is. Okay. We'll see if I can load the ES. All right. Okay. And we'll we'll do this same operation. Okay. So this is the 233-day EMA. We made a nice reversal off of it earlier. Okay. You're welcome, Frizu. We're going to go ahead and change the EMA plot to golden. Okay. Well, that's already, okay. That's our VWAP. Okay. So where is our, okay. So go ahead and move this up to the daily. Let's move this to ES pure, ES minis. Okay. All right. And let's locate our, where is, okay. Let's open this up to the daily chart. Okay. Okay. Open up daily. All right. And we can ask ourselves the question, well, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, the market is trying to accomplish is trying to head higher. Okay. In this market, right? Let's go ahead and remove some drawings here. I got a lot of drawings here. Okay. So the market is trying to head higher. Okay. We're above our 233-day EMA. We're above our anchored VWAP, or not anchored VWAP, but our daily VWAP. And we've broken some structure to the upside. So move is higher. Okay. For our chart. Again, similar kind of feel here. As the VWAP is being calculated, our daily, our EMAs are somewhere here. No. Wow. Okay. I don't understand why I'm not seeing my EMA here. But in any case, we are above our daily VWAP. Okay. We're broken structure to the upside. So, for all intents and purposes, it appears that we're grinding higher. Now, we created a gap. This gap will eventually get filled at some point. The question is when. Is that today? Is that going to be sometime next week? The gap will get filled at some point. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart. We'll start to add some of the things that we care about. So we're going to go ahead and go the old school route and do our fixed range volume profile. And we're going to locate the candle. See, 6th today was 7th. Today is the 8th. So locate the 7th here. There it is. Okay, boom. And then we're going to carry that forward to close. Okay. And then we're going to extend this to include extending hours. Okay. So there's our value range. Okay. So right now we are at the top end of value, right? And then we're here at the bottom end of value. All right. This is our point of control. Yes. Point of control. We'll color that in red. Okay. Point of control. Initial balance will start here in a couple of minutes. Let's see. We'll go ahead and add our levels here. Okay, we'll add our levels. Okay, here are our levels that we'll be watching. Okay, there's our levels. Okay. So right now we're on the high end or close to value. Okay, our average daily range high is well above, and our average daily low is also relatively lower. Okay, actually we're probably closer to our average daily range low than we are our average daily range high. So this is probably not a bad location to consider, a long trade. Okay. To be honest, okay, we are on the bottom end of the ADR range. I would say that if we manage to get above this level here, okay, see, okay, if we manage to get above this level here, which is what 6,009, then or even above our value area, that could spell some price to continue to the upside. Okay, we're starting to see the market has opened, so we're going to go ahead and begin to track our initial balance, but it's still being developed. Okay, so I don't know how long it's going to hold, but that's our initial balance. So similar to what we were saying in NASDAQ, I think we are seeing price was inside balance or inside value. So we were thinking more kind of balance, but the ES seems a bit stronger. It's making an attempt to get above value, and if it's successful at that attempt, then I would say that if it's able to close above, then it might not be 100. If it's able to get above here, then a pullback to the value area high could lead to an extension to the upside. Okay, assuming that this area holds. Okay. All right. If not, if we are making an attempt to get higher and it fails, well, guess what? Looks like we will probably end up kind of rotating back through value. Okay. So right now it feels to me like it wants to head higher. Okay. I'm not going to rush to this. Okay. I'm going to let the market participants kind of duel it out. I'm just going to hang out on the sidelines, wait for the initial balance range to establish, and then at that point, I'll decide what I want to do. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the ES market. Just want to make sure that this is. Let's see if we can go ahead and load the YM. All right, so here's the YM. Let's see if I can load this chart here. Okay, so this is the YM. We'll move some drawings. Okay, so YM, similar to what we have been seeing in the other markets, is very much bullish. Okay, we've broken some structure to the upside, and now we're kind of, I guess it seems like it'd be a little bit in a digestion. Okay, we're digesting this massive move that we made on election day. Okay, was it election day or day after election? Okay, all right. So we're kind of in digestion. We're kind of been consolidating over the last couple of days. For our chart, okay, for our chart is looking, let's see what's looking here. So for our chart also continues to grind to the upside. Probably not super excited in participating in the longs up at this level. Probably need to wait for price to maybe come down to a level where I can manage my risk. Okay, and that would be maybe an area like this where I see prior resistance become support. That would be a logical area for me to want to participate to the long side. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at on the 4-hour chart. This level here at 43,551 would be a logical location for price to reverse from. Okay, now if we do get there, chances are we'll probably fill this gap here, at which point that would be the next area that I would like to participate in. Okay, moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, looking at the 30-minute chart, again, I do not have any levels on this, so we'll have to do these all manually. Okay, we'll start with our fixed range volume profile. We'll locate the start of the market. That's too far back. We'll go ahead and make sure this says extended hours. Okay, so we can see what happened in the overnight. Okay, and we'll go ahead and draw in our ranges. So we have this, and we're going to drag this across to the close. There it is. So right now, okay, it tried to extend value, and it's now being rejected. Okay, so folks are stepping in and saying, no, not on my watch. Okay, so we have some rejection going on. We have our initial balance range that's being established here. Okay, so this is the high end. Okay, this is the low end so far. Okay, of our initial balance range. All right, this is our initial balance range. We still have a good hour for that to complete. Okay. Yeah, you too, DCAT. Okay. Let's see. So I do not have a lot of these levels captured here, guys. Let's see. Maybe I'll create a little small text box. See if I can pull at least ADR off of my regular charts here. So let's see if I can find the Dow, and we'll pull, okay, some of these levels here. Okay, we got 44,078 on the top side. Okay, so let's add our text window, and we'll paste these text window, paste. Okay. We got 44078. Okay, is our, what is it? No, it's a little higher. 44197. 44197 is our ADR high. 197 ADR high. ASR high is 44078. 44078 is our ASR high. We have settlement, according to this, coming in at 43929. 43929 is our settlement. And then we have value area high here, okay, coming in at, what's that, 43951. 43951. Okay, point of control coming in at, let's say 43933. 43933 is our 933 is our point of control, POC. Okay, and then our ADR low or value area low is looking like it's 43883. Looks like 43883 is our value area low. And then point of control, I've already mentioned. Remove that. And then ADR low. Let's see if I can locate that. It's ADR low is coming in at 43686. 43686. And then our ASR low is coming in at 43716. Oops. Okay, so these are our levels that we'll be tracking in the Dow. Okay. All right, so these are our levels that we'll be tracking in the Dow. I forgot to mention 716. That's our ASR. Is that ASR low? Yeah, I think that's ASR low. Okay, so these are our levels. Like I said, right now, looks like we're in the midst of, well, looks like we're just about to end a value area acceptance trade here. So we've gotten through the whole range here. Okay, so this is going to be a relatively wide initial balance range for the Dow. Again, I'm going to be waiting here for another 50 minutes or so for this range to establish, and then decide on what I want to do next. Everything is up except the Dow is down. Okay, yeah. So again, maybe money is moving away from the from this sector over to the tech sector, Sergey. Okay, portfolios are getting adjusted. We're selling off the old companies, or I guess the tried and true companies, and moving to maybe more growth opportunities. So that's probably why we're seeing what we're seeing right now. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much what I have. I managed to do a review using the Top Step X platform. Okay, actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. A lot of it is based off of the same libraries that TradingView has developed. So some things I like, some things I'd like to see improved. Okay. Also, Nvidia is moving the Dow. I'm assuming that Nvidia might be selling off. Then, is that right, Sergey? I'm assuming Nvidia is also selling. Okay. All right. If there's no other questions, guys, I will close this session off. It was a good coach. It was a good coach. No worries. All right. You're welcome, Rex. You're welcome, Tracy. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me, guys. So again, today is Capital Preservation Fridays. Okay. So if we've had a good week, let's not spoil it. Okay. By being super aggressive on a day that could be maybe not as follow through as much as we'd like. So yeah, let's preserve our capital. Let's end the week on a good note. So with that, we'll close the session off with trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader. All right, guys, have an excellent day. I'm going to go ahead and pop into the coach's room here for another hour or so. And then after that, we'll be looking at the markets much like you guys and see what opportunities I can generate for myself. Again, reminder, guys, there is no group coaching today. Okay. Today it is family day. Again, don't be afraid to hit the likes and subscribes on your way out. Don't be afraid to comment about how this analysis is supporting your journey as a trader in whatever social media platform you find this video. Okay, whether it's YouTube or X or any of the above. Yes, today is Family Fridays, right? So be nice to your family. We spend a lot of time at this, and they deserve at least one day of your undivided attention. All right, guys. All for me. We'll talk soon. And if I don't see you, have an excellent weekend. Talk to you then.